This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.
Welcome back to Between the Vines. We are at Auburn Road Winery today down in the fertile lands of South Jersey, celebrating a gloomy but victorious Monday nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Eagles squeaked one out. It was a thriller against the Carolina Panthers. A team that we thought we were going to run all over and kind of pound to the ground. But hey, it's a win nonetheless.
Yeah.
We'll open up this one with a cheers to Saquon.
Cheers to the win. Saquon, yeah, continually to dominate.
And breaking the franchise record.
Breaking Shady's record.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
That's big, dude.
Yeah,
That's
cheers
big.
to Saquon and them getting this win.
Yeah, much needed.
Yeah.
Much needed.
Yeah, that's good.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking their Chardonnay. One of the Chardonnays, yeah, really good.
I got an Eidolon.
Oh, okay.
I remember from last year. It was our second time here. We're regulars pretty much.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's bold. I wanted something bold because we need to be bold, Trey.
Yeah. I just wanted something to kind of wake the taste buds up. I really like this Chardonnay, though, something chill, to get me going.
So, yeah. Speaking of getting going,
I'll
get you going.
Yeah.
What are your immediate thoughts about this game? Because going into it, the 32nd ranked rushing defense the Panthers had, right? So I'm like thinking, okay, piece of cake. We're going to rush all over them. Saquon's going to have a day, easily break the franchise record, and then maybe have 200, And, I probably got too carried away thinking about 200 because that's quite the achievement. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you are the last rushing defense in the NFL. But, it seemed to be a lot tougher of a task. And this team has a tendency to show us that the games that they should win, they almost lose.
Uh-huh.
What do you think that is?
Well, you know what? Just going into this game, I knew that, we would look at the record and whatever their record was, I think it was 3-13 or something, whatever it is.
Not good.
He only had won 3 games.
Yeah.
It couldn't be 13. That would be too many games.
Not good.
But they had only had whatever their record was. You just knew that Carolina had been having issues if you just look at just the box score in their records. But then when you start watching the film and I started going back and studying them, I'm like, man, they played Kansas City tough. They played Tampa Bay, took Tampa Bay all the way to overtime. So this is a team that's been battling over the past couple of weeks. I knew that it was going to be a challenge once I started watching the film.
Yeah. Well, the record did not indicate what this kind of team this was. And they're getting better, dude. I was very impressed with Bryce Young. He's a good, smart, young quarterback. And he seems to be very well composed on the field. In pressure situations, he doesn't look like he's stressing out. He makes some pretty fantastic plays, and he kind of chuckles to himself about it. Like, I can't believe I did that. Almost like, I don't know. He's a good quarterback, and I'm glad that we got this win, but it wasn't like as impressive as I would have liked it to be.
Yeah, I think everybody looked at Carolina, and you just looked at the schedule, and you was just like, oh, yeah, this is a team that we should just roll over. And, man, Carolina, I thought that they came with a really good game plan. I thought that they did a good job of coverage.
Yeah.
Taking our receivers out of the game. Frustrating our offensive line with just some of the run plays. I felt like there were a couple times that we got a little too cute. With some of the little zone read, pass, runs, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I knew that this was going to be a battle. This was going to be a test. And Carolina is one of those teams where they're up and coming. They're trying to get there. Everybody's fighting for the job right now.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's it's just a reminder of the NFL. Everybody, there are no days off, no weeks off in the NFL. Everybody's good. One thing that happened yesterday, which we talked about, was we have no longer blocked for the franchise leading rusher, right? Good day for Saquon yesterday. Not what I expected, but still a good day. I don't even know what he ended up with. But
he had over 100
he
yards.
still had over 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so impressive. He continues. I think he's averaging over 100 a game now.
Yeah.
He's got to be close to it. Dude, what an addition. Like, and that's the thing with running the ball is you really have to sometimes against a team like Carolina, you get bottled up, right? Sometimes they're going to get lucky and they're going to stop you at the line or they're going to call the right defense, but you got to keep chipping away because, you know, they're not going to make the play every time, or, you know, you can't just abandon a play because it didn't work once. And I think that's really what run game comes down to is chipping away and doing what you do best and just like moving people off the ball for us.
Yeah. And that's what we do. You know, when you look at these big bodies inside, they're creating movement and you're creating this big push in the middle of the offensive line, and Saquon just gets behind it. And then you're even starting to see where they were running a lot of, you know, pulling both the backside guard and the tackle at times, you know, and then you pull both left side or whatever, pull both tackle and guard on the backside of the run, but then you run a play to the outside of it. I thought that there was a little creativity in some of the run games and how they were scheming them open with some of the runs, but then there were a couple of times I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Right. You know, that one you got a little too cute.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, what is going on with the kicking game?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to jump around, but that just popped in my head, and I'm like, what is happening with Mighty Leg?
Mighty Leg is just having one of those years, man.
I can understand one of those years where you're shanking 30-yard field goals. But like the years where you're shanking extra points,
Mighty Leg is going through it right now.
Hey,
you know,
we are just
like
we're behind you, bro.
Yeah, we go. Hey, man, it's like what's the commercial when you got the yips? Mayhem.
yeah. Mayhem.
So it's like once it's in your head, that's it. Yep. You know, so that's what Mighty Leg is going through right now. And then you had this one girl put a post on Instagram or Twitter that she got hit with the ball, you know, saying that she got hit in the face with the ball, and the ball never even made it into the stands, from what people are saying. So I don't know.
I just
dang, Mighty Leg.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was such an automatic thing.
Yeah, it was.
Now, like, dude, I feel bad about all the crap, not all the crap I talked, but all the things that I had said about Sirianni making poor choices early in the season. I feel like there was some like hidden knowledge that he had.
Well, you know, if you got a kicker that's going through some things,
through the yips.
Yeah, through the yips. I mean,
either you hide him or you get behind him and get through it.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is push through it. Even though when they could have kicked that field goal, but they were like, you know what? Let's just take the penalty.
Yeah.
They had to delay a game, and then we just punt it. You know, so you know, it's
like you don't want to crush him anymore.
Yeah,
but you also got to like let him get out of it somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you would think he'd be able to get out of it with a couple extra points. You know, ping.
Yeah.
Ping, knock it right through. Ping. Ah, shit! He missed an extra point. All right, hey, let's take a penalty on this 40-yarder.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, that's something that Mighty Leg is just going to have to continue to work through, man. You figuring out the pillow, just trying to get your pillow.
You know, I like having a pillow to hold. You know, are you a hold the pillow guy?
Yeah. I like to keep a pillow.
It's like a secure thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's like when pillows are on a couch and I sit down. It makes me feel uncomfortable to be sitting on a pillow, so I always like kind of like wrap it around me.
Yeah.
It's like a hug.
Yeah, I feel I'm with that. I'm not a decorative pillow.
Go ahead and get them all up in here.
Yeah, I need them to be functional for armrests. Yeah, purposes.
I feel good right now.
Yeah, there you go.
It doesn't look great.
Nice and secure.
It doesn't look great, but I feel good.
Well, it's all right. It's okay. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I can reach my wine.
Yeah.
The pillows on. I feel good.
I thought that, you know, this game was just a test just across the board, man. Then you look at Jalen Hurts, it wasn't his best game, you know.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I saw this on the way here. So
okay.
Screenshot. Well, not on the way here, but before I left.
Before you left, yeah. Because you're not looking at the phone.
Never. Oh, by the way, I got lemons blooming in my greenhouse, which is pretty cool.
You got what?
Lemons blooming.
Oh, okay.
In my greenhouse. Got a lemon tree out there. So, quarterback, this is what Bing said.
Okay.
Quarterback Jalen Hurts had a lackluster passing game, but compensated with his scrambling ability. On the ground, rushing for 60 yards and a touchdown. I would agree. He looked good when he was scrambling, and he made up for, I guess, what would be a lackluster. But, I mean, what was his numbers? Well, here's the thing. We're not a passing team. So like, he's not getting a lot of opportunities. So if he is having an off day, he's not going to have the attempts to like work through it like if he's having 30, 40 attempts a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if you're getting 15, 20 attempts, a lackluster performance is going to be a lot more noticeable, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know? Jalen Hurts stats.
I'll just pull it up real quick.
Yeah, you have better sources than me.
No, I'll just go to ESPN.
That's where I'm at. Okay, right here. He was
he was 14 for 21. Had 108 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
14
he
for
was
21.
Sacked 4 times.
Yeah. All right. So I watched that game highlight. My daughter had a basketball game yesterday.
Okay.
So I didn't actually watch it as it was happening.
Okay, gotcha.
Coach
Okay.
But I watched the highlights, so I didn't get to see the flow of the game. There were 4 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Were they his fault?
Or
were they bringing it?
You had a couple times where there are a couple times when they do this little pulling guard type thing.
Yeah, the waggle.
Yeah,
like a waggle motion.
Yeah, and they pull the guard, and he's supposed to. There was one time when Landon Dickerson,
clean,
where he was supposed to pull right and got confused with the 2 guys that was there, so he went by the guy that was right in front of him and tried to take the widest guy, and then ended up getting the sack.
Gotcha.
You know, I think most of the sacks were from the middle of the offensive line, you know, or if he tried to scramble or whatever. You had one time, one of his big scrambles was because they tried to run like a pass 67 where Jordan Mailata jumped out over the defensive end. The defensive end took him inside, and they ended up, you know, getting hands on Jalen, but Jalen was able to escape, you know. So that was one of the things, one of his big rushes. But, you know, I felt like, again, as an offensive line, I feel like, you know, they just have to clean up some protection issues, because given, you know, when you're saying, all right, hey, man, this is going to be a top 10 offensive line, you can't come out of a game with 4 sacks.
Right.
You know, that's
right. I mean, you can, but it should obviously not be your fault if it happens.
Yeah, you know, and there are times where, you know, there were breakdowns in the protection. That's always been one of my issues, that I feel like the interior of this offensive line has to get a little bit better when it comes to some of the blitzes that's going to come. If I was going to blitz this team, I would send whatever's going to come up the middle.
Well, that's another thing that's kind of dangerous about playing teams that have only 3 wins at this point. Is, you don't know what you're going to get, you know, because they're trying to fight. They're all fighting for their jobs, right? So even the coordinators are going to try to switch things up or show you things that you probably didn't see on film, so that they can have something work. Because whatever they've been doing ain't been working.
Yeah.
So, you know, is it concern moving forward, or is this just like, you know, looking around the league, you see the Lions also like struggling with games and stuff, but they're pulling it out. You know, they're finding ways to win, kind of like the Eagles are. You know, like I was concerned about, you know, Tucker missing those kicks last week. Is it fool's gold? Is it fool's gold? I don't know, but you have to be able to find ways to win when you're not on too. So I guess like I just kind of look at it as that. It's like it wasn't a game where they were on like we want them to be. Yeah. But they found a way to win it anyway.
And that's what's the important part. Like, you know, you struggled, you battled through it, but you pulled out a win, you know, now. But I don't like, and this is, you know, when you're a run heavy team and you have weapons like AJ Brown and Devontae, you know, when they don't get the ball.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be something.
Yeah, you know, and
it's a little,
you know, for AJ Brown to come out and say, "Hey, man, you know what's wrong with the offense? Hey, we need to work on our passing game." You know,
well, you know, that could mean a lot of things. It's a pretty broad statement.
Very broad.
You know what I mean?
Very broad.
And for a day where they had lackluster performance, you know, I think it's probably an accurate statement, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know,
they didn't say he had a lackluster performance handing the ball off. You know?
No, that didn't happen. You know, because Saquon finished with 124 yards,
right? Which is
a solid day at the office. But then when you have AJ Brown saying, "All right, you know what? He had 4 targets and he got 43 yards. No touchdowns.
It makes me wonder what kind of things piss off a receiver. You know what I mean?
Not getting the ball.
Not getting the ball, but also like the fact that we had 4 sacks. Was that like there was guys open that they didn't get the ball because,
or maybe they were open and the ball wasn't there, or it sailed, or whatever.
There's a lot of intangibles here.
Yeah. But
they probably do need to improve on the passing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that the touchdown that he threw to Slim was a really good play, because you had AJ Brown right there, and you could have. Now, if he would have thrown that ball to AJ, because AJ was running a nice little slant route right there. That safety would have lit him up. But I think going out there to Slim on the outside was a smart read, so I thought it was a good play.
Yeah.
But there are times when you go back and you watch the game that the coverage was there too, so I think sometimes you have to kind of look at, are you guys getting open? Sometimes AJ Brown, his routes don't look as enthusiastic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can tell sometimes when it's a little.
You might be able to tell that he's not the first option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he definitely does not like being the lead blocker for receiver screens.
Right, but I mean, no, but
yeah, nah. I know I would be pissed, and you could tell like he gets pissed about it when they were like, "All right, y'all go out here, trips left is you, Slim, and somebody else out there," and then they got you being the lead blocker.
It'd be great if he was out there and was like, "Hey, listen, I'm a veteran out here. I'm gonna catch this one. Y'all go block."
Yeah, you go block. But then, what you gonna send Slim out there to be the lead blocker? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not good. It's not good football.
So you hide behind the. Yeah.
No, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna work. But
Calcaterra got in the end zone?
Yeah, Calcaterra, man, he's a baller.
I agree.
I think Kyle is nice, man. I think he is nice out there at tight end. And then, because it makes it, because when Dallas isn't there, there's no drop-off. Cal steps right on in and makes some plays. Yeah. He's a good tight end. I like him.
It's hard to say no drop-off, but, I mean, the fact that he's out there and he's catching touchdowns and making plays and stuff, like when Jalen needs him to be. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's a drop-off when he's out there. And I think now, and I'm not saying that's a slide to Dallas.
It is.
I think I think Dallas is a really good tight end.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that when he's down, we have two good tight ends. Calcaterra steps right on in, and he's animal. He's a good player. So I don't think there's a drop off.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Yeah,
dude. So also they ran that little trap play for the 2-point conversion. Landon had a nice block on that. After that. Who do you think? They're getting pretty close to Pro Bowl voting, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have a slew of them, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Carter's definitely going. Just because, I mean, there's so many ways that he affects the game.
Well,
that, that he has to go.
Well, let's look at defense first, okay?
Yeah.
Overall.
Dude,
CJ Gardner-Johnson had a really good game yesterday.
Yeah.
He was all over the place. And he got dinged up, and he went back out there and,
got a pick.
Because he was able to deliver on the last play, break up.
Yeah, that was Slay on that last one.
Oh, yeah, you're right, it was.
Yes, but, he made some really good plays out there, and, got an interception.
Got a pick.
He
knocked the Jesus out of the leg.
Yeah, got a nice big hit on the receiver. I think GJ could possibly get in there as well. I don't know when it comes to the secondary, right. Are you looking at numbers or are you looking at their performance? Because if you're looking at performance, Quinyon Mitchell has to be in there.
Is he in there if you get defensive rookie of the year, would you also automatically therefore be a Pro Bowler?
Yeah, I don't know how that works out, especially at corner.
Come on, Trey, you were there.
Yeah, but I don't know how that works out. I didn't make it as a rookie.
Tell me the government how it works up in there.
Yeah. But I think that Q has been just lights out over there. I don't know because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the DBs that have the most interceptions. They just go
they
and then
go by stats.
So you're going to be going by stats,
how they affect the game.
And I think that would be the only thing that would keep Q from going to the Pro Bowl is just because they don't throw to his side.
Yeah, that also hurts the exciting whites.
The exciting whites.
I mean, Blankenship's got a few picks, right?
Yeah, Blankenship has got a couple picks. Yeah. Now,
I mean, I think Bond should be in there for sure.
Bond should definitely be in there. Yeah, Bond should be in there. Kobe Dean might find himself in there.
Second team maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kobe Dean might find himself in there at one of the, but definitely Zach.
Yeah,
definitely Zach.
Zach's having a year.
Yeah, and when you go over and you look on the offensive side of the ball, I think Lane Johnson, hands down, will go there. Saquon is going there. I don't know if Jalen Hurts will go.
I think you'll see Landon out. Landon will go.
Yeah, I think Landon.
I think you're going to say Jordan's probably going to go.
Yeah, Jordan's
the highest graded.
Yeah, I know. Jordan has a good chance of going.
I'm a big fan of PFF, but he's the highest graded PFF player in the NFL.
Yeah.
What was that reaction?
Because I don't put much into the PFF. I mean, it's cool.
I know, but it's a metric that, we're players. We don't put a lot into it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world.
It's cool.
The percentage of people that are players, right? It's very, very small. Very small, right? So, it's a metric that the rest of the world goes by. So, I was very anti-PFF, FFF for the long time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense to me. I was like, how are these guys that don't know football, don't know the plays, grading you on a performance?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they don't know your responsibility, how can they grade your outcome?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, they found a way.
Now they're
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I'm maybe kind of a hater when it comes to that. And then the rest of the world kind of views it as pretty helpful. You know what I mean?
So we'll see, man. But
it's just a matter of time until plays, jobs, whatever, get uploaded into some sort of AI, yada, yada, that it's actually able to check you on responsibility and grade you. It's just a matter of time.
But I think that, especially when it comes to offensive line play, if you understand play concepts and the point, you should be able to tell who did what. You know what I'm saying? And who messed up. So I'm sure PFF has people in there that's like, all right.
Well, at this point, they probably have some analysts that are hired that kind of have some football knowledge.
This was outside zone, and the front side linebacker was the Mike. All right, did he make the combination block good or whatever?
So you're saying you think maybe it was an idea that was grown with non-football people, and they've evolved to a place where they're actually working with football people.
Yeah, especially if you want any credibility.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I just destroyed that word, but it's okay.
No, you said credibility. Did you say incredibility?
No, I said credibility, but it's just some words
Is it the gap?
Yeah, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just, my tongue, I don't know, whatever.
Could be the gap, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think that's one of the things that, hopefully Jordan makes it in, AJ Brown.
I mean, what are our receivers? Another thing where you gotta have numbers. You know what I mean? Where's AJ at on numbers?
I don't know.
He's having a good year, but at the same time, we're getting a lot of output on the running. And he, Smitty's not up there because he missed some time.
Mm-hmm.
But
but that'll probably be it on offense.
You don't think Jalen? See, I don't. I always.
Yeah.
I can't make guesses like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know how.
NFC quarterbacks. Because that's kind of how you have to look at it, right?
Yeah. So if it's NFC quarterbacks, if you're going just off NFC quarterbacks, yeah, he'll be there. Yeah.
Well, Jaden Daniels probably in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
And who else?
And then you got out there in Detroit.
Yep.
Golf. And then it's going to be who always want to be able to play in it because
dude, Jordan Love's playing pretty good in Green Bay too.
Yeah,
Green Bay's kind of sneaky up there because they're playing well. I think they're 10-3, something like that. But Detroit's making all the noise up there. So
yeah,
I feel like Green Bay's gonna have a sneaky playoff appearance. You know what I mean? And they're legit. So
okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, man. But it's gonna be interesting to see how all this plays out. I would love to see one of our. I don't think we're gonna have a defensive end that's gonna be in there. If BG would have still been playing, I thought BG probably would have made it.
I mean, he was balling.
Yeah, because BG was an animal out there.
Yeah, but we don't really have anybody with numbers that are sticking out.
Mm-mm.
Jalen Carter's getting a lot of attention. He'll get, like you said, he'll get in there.
Oh, but the object of this whole thing is that you want to be in a situation where all your guys that got selected can't play.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're
title only.
Yeah.
In title only.
You want to be
had to nod out.
Yeah. Thank you for voting me in, but I can't make this game because I'm playing in the Super Bowl, and that's what you're shooting for right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. But I know you got to get ready to go get a Christmas tree, dude.
Yeah, it's Christmas tree time, dude.
Yeah. So
I feel like I'm a little late in the season. We do have a tree up.
Yeah.
We got the fake tree put up, but we got to actually go get the real one.
Yeah, you don't go get a real one
in the house.
Okay, yeah, have it smelling all nice and piney. Yeah. Are you going to like a Christmas tree like place, or is it a cut your own tree
farm?
You gonna go to a tree farm?
They also have some
that's already cut,
waiting for you.
Okay,
I think they kind of take the premier ones out and bundle them up.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna cut my own this year.
Yeah, you're not feeling like the Griswolds. You're gonna let it go ahead.
I'll just go and see what they got cut.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Last year we got this one. I think it was called a concolor. Yeah, concolor pine tree.
Okay.
And when you pinch the needles, it smelled like citrus. Like lemon.
Okay.
Let's see if they got any more of them. I kind of like that. A little lemony fresh in the Christmas spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They crossbreeding everything.
So what do we got? We got the Battle of the Turnpike this week?
Yeah, Battle of the Turnpike.
PA, Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we're going out to Pittsburgh, man. What's the Incredible, or what is it?
Russell?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got a lot of names.
Yeah, Mr. I don't know what it is.
But he's been playing well.
He's been playing well, man. You got the Steelers
coming. Another sneaky game, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game.
Because the Steelers aren't making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
But they're not having, like, the downfall that you would expect, not having their quarterback that they entered the season with.
This is going to be a tough game, man. So hopefully we just, keep stacking wins.
Yeah.
Because right now we're tied. They're tied for the with this win streak. They're tied with the 2017 team, our team 2003, and then I don't know who else.
Yeah, I don't know. None of my teams.
Yeah.
They were always like playing as the underdog.
Yeah.
One thing. Damn, I had something. I had something, Trey, and then
it's gone.
Just like that. It must have been a lie. Well, anyway. So, yeah, what I was going to say, the Lions, if they drop two of these last games, they got the Bills this week, which could be a tough game for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we carry on, I'm kind of excited that we haven't hit our peak game yet where we're like, holy crap, everything's working.
Yeah.
Because every week it gives us something to work on. The fact that we didn't blow Carolina out of the water, like, okay, we still have some things to work on.
Yeah.
And then let's get there at playoffs, and then we're hitting our stride full speed. You know what I mean? If Detroit can drop two games and we can close out here, we could be hosting.
And I like that. I want
bring
Detroit,
the fans in.
Yeah, I want Detroit to come here.
You saw a procedure penalty this week, while we were in Philly. That's all on the fans, dude. The fans bring it, and having like an NFC game here in Philly would be unreal.
Absolutely. But, yeah.
Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Christmas time.
Christmas tree time, dude.
So,
all right.
Like, subscribe, check us out. We'll catch you guys next week. Cheers.
That was a beautiful one.
That was a good one, dude.
Great job, guys.
Thanks, dude.
This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.